All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepted members to not only the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, but the General Seti YouTube page, two dynamic powerhouse institutions on YouTube, giving you nothing but black power, black divinity. I want you to subscribe immediately. I want you to become a member. The link for the membership right down in the video description is in the chat. All you had to do is just click it. You'll get a video introduction, rundown on the membership, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti, General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new website on Teachable, uploading a lot of dynamic curriculums, powerhouse programs, certificate courses. First one up, 25 Steps to the Redemption of Definitive Black Manhood, designed by the General himself. An amazing program. You could go to the site, you could preview the curriculum, also included the Brotherhood of Heru Roundtable live stream, where the brothers sit down weekly discussing very important and powerful information pertinent to our growth and development. Get over there, brothers, check it out. Preview the curriculum, preview the course, become a brother, become a member today. That's right. Ring the alarm, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like and love. Get on over there, check it out, get a discount, shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, SETI University, over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the General. That's right, Omeka, Voyages of the Nile, when Egypt ruled the earth, Nubia, mother of ancient Egypt, Black Babylon. We talk about the Hindu Kush from Naga to Nigga, African origins of the Hindu Kush. We talking about false teachings of the Medunetta, Freemasonry exposed, all of cult, Illuminati information is there, man. It's so much. Oh, it's subjects, powerful subjects. It's too many to name. Get over there, check it out. It's not another website nowhere on the planet that could compare, compete, become a member today. Everybody knows SETI got the pop in this page on Patreon, over 500 exclusive live streams. The link is right there in the chat, pinned to the chat. Get over there and view these exceptional live streams only to be viewed on Patreon, family. The link is right there. Become a patron today. That's right. To all the family donated to the General, thank you. Those would like to donate, the link is in the chat. I appreciate you very much for your donation, and make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. Share with your family and friends, and comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. Here we go, family. Blacks who agree with whites about black fatigue. We got to talk about this. And we fatigued on you niggas. You see, we fatigued. That's another thing, we fatigued. We've been tired of you niggas. You see, long before any of what you call, you say, oh, this is degenerate. You know, what they do here, oh, you know, going dancing at the graduation, doing this, wearing bonnets and shit, and all it is. God damn it, I remember you talking about, you know, they talk about the sisters wearing bonnets. I remember when goddamn white people didn't even wear clothes. What the fuck is you talking about? You see, walked around on all fours with no clothes. You talking about a bonnet? Ain't that a bitch? You understand what I'm saying? If you want to take it there, we could take it there. You see what I'm saying? We won't talk about all them nasty videos with a bestiality and all of that. Don't want to talk about none of that. Don't want to talk about all that. Don't want to talk about the pedophilia. Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, the Catholic Church. You see, don't want to talk about all of that. That's what we sick and tired of. That came long before the shit y'all talking about today. That came long before that, but you ain't talking about none of that. Huh? Is y'all talking about something that no, y'all ain't talking about none of that. That's what we tired of. You know, we've been tired of that, goddamn it, since goddamn 3 AD. We've been tired of that since 100 BC. We've been tired. We can go all the way back to the goddamn beginning. We had white fatigue soon as y'all showed up. You understand? We've been tired. We ain't got fatigue. Goddamn it, we didn't fell out in total exhaustion. You see, we didn't fell out, motherfucker didn't collapse and total in shock. Fuck fatigue. We in white shock. You know, we sick of you motherfuckers talking about this bullshit y'all talking about today. That don't even make no goddamn sense. And then this nigga Anton Daniel, whatever the fuck his name is. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I ain't gonna even go in on him right now because you know I'm gonna spend a whole goddamn video strictly on his ass. You see what I'm saying? But he's one of them niggas that as soon as something bad ain't never got nothing positive. You see, and niggas saying you ain't all the way 100. No way. You understand? These niggas ain't never got nothing positive to say about black people, even though there's positivity. But they never look at the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal. They can't find nothing wrong with Master. Matter of fact, wait a minute, hold up. I know good and goddamn well I didn't leave that video on. When I get on that nigga, I'm gonna take him all the way out the box. You see what I'm saying? Wait a minute, hold up. Let me start my video off with this.
When black people like me talked to the slaves, they didn't kill him. They'd send some old house Negro along behind him to undo what he said. You have to read the history of slavery to understand this. There were two kinds of Negroes. There was that old house Negro and the field Negro. And the house Negro always looked out for his master. When the field Negroes got too much out of line, he held them back in check. He put them back on the plantation. The house Negro could afford to do that because he lived better than the field Negro. He ate better, he dressed better, and he lived in a better house. He lived right up next to his master in the attic or the basement. He ate the same food his master ate and wore his same clothes. And he could talk just like his master, good diction. And he loved his master more than his master loved himself. That's why he didn't want his master hurt. If the master got sick, he'd say, "What's the matter, boss? We sick?" When the master's house caught a fire, he'd try and put the fire out. He didn't want his master's house burned. He never wanted his master's property threatened. And he was more defensive of it than the master was. That was the house Negro. But then you had some field Negroes who lived in huts, had nothing to lose. They wore the worst kind of clothes, they ate the worst food, and they caught hell. They felt the sting of the lash. They hated their master. Oh, yes, they did. If the master got sick, they prayed that the master died. If the master's house caught a fire, they prayed for a strong wind to come along. This was the difference between the two. And today you still have house Negroes and field Negroes. Field Negroes who lived in huts.
Hey man, let me get to
When the master's house caught a fire, he'd try and put the fire out. He didn't want his master's house burned. He never wanted his master's property threatened. And he was more defensive of it than the master was. That was the house Negro. But then you had some field Negroes who lived in huts.
Hey man, wait.
Boss, we sick?
There you go, right there. We sick, boss?
That's why he didn't want his master hurt. If the master got sick, he'd say, "What's the matter, boss? We sick?"
Malcolm was say, motherfucker, the master laying in the bed, paralyzed, sick. Instead of him saying, "You sick, boss," the motherfucker say, "We sick." We sick, boss. He identified with his master so much that he say we. Goddamn Malcolm say, man, our astronauts and shit. This nigga ain't no I. He say these motherfuckers talking about our astronauts and they won't even let the nigga near the goddamn spaceship. Goddamn it, they got a 10-mile perimeter around the goddamn spaceship. It won't even let the nigga near it. And he talking about our spaceships. You see, these niggas speaking a plurality with their master. You see, so they don't see nothing wrong with their master. They are, you know what I'm saying? That's what they there for. They like dominions and shit. You know, they there with their little they little dustpan and anything that's wrong, they sweep it up and they get rid of it real quick. They don't say nothing bad about the master. You see? And so we're gonna start with this because, like I said, we've been tired of white. We is in shock. We didn't drop from exhaustion. You see, we beyond white fatigue. We goddamn it, we in white shock, exhaustion and shit. You see, let's run this first Negro pen down. Matter of fact, we're gonna start with this. We're gonna start with this.
Is just fatherlessness fatigue.
Yeah,
I grew up in.
Yeah, you know, come on, nigga.
All black fatigue is just fatherlessness fatigue. I grew up in the deep South. I'm 38 years old. White people were the most generous people.
That nigga ain't from no damn Detroit. That nigga from somewhere else. I don't know. Ain't no way Detroit produced that nigga. I don't know where that nigga come from. That nigga been banned. That nigga, we doing that nigga. If he is, we doing that nigga like Donald Trump doing these goddamn Hispanics. That nigga needed to be deported. And that nigga from Detroit, Detroit citizenship has been revoked. You see what I'm saying? That nigga Detroit citizenship has been revoked. Straight up. He ain't. I keep telling y'all, quit saying that. That nigga ain't. No, he ain't. I know he, but no, he ain't. You see what I'm saying? And I don't know. No. Well, it is 2025, but the nigga look like, hey man, I don't know no nigga from Detroit talk like that. That nigga look like he about what? How old that nigga is? What part of Detroit that nigga grew up in? Goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Most niggas that grew up in that age and shit, man, them is straight G's. You see what I'm saying? Them niggas, I don't give a fuck. What part of Detroit that nigga grew up from? He ain't grow up on the east side. I don't know what side of town that nigga come from, but they wasn't on the east side. I can tell you that. I don't even know. I don't want to talk about the west side like that, but goddamn, you know. But I know he ain't come up on the east. I can tell you that. But anyway, let's get back. Yeah. If it is, goddamn it, I'm declaring martial law and that nigga's citizenship has been revoked. Straight up. And tell him I said it and he won't do something about it, motherfucker. Say something. Say something, nigga. That's all you got to do.
Now, you can expect over the past 10, 15 years and longer that we have essentially called white people the enemy, literally built hiring policies and HR policies around literally keeping them out of the workforce and saying that they're bad for the color of their skin.
Oh, man. I mean, where do they get these niggas from? I mean, what the fuck? Where's they making these niggas at? This nigga is been in what they call that. It's what they, you know, this they didn't put an egg. They didn't generated this nigga egg. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't synthetically made this nigga. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no way. And he actually think, who is you talking to? They made some laws and that where they motherfucker, we couldn't even get a job. You understand what I'm saying? Because the color I goddamn said long before, nigga, what is you talking about? You act like black people is in control of the goddamn, if anybody, they're just like over there in South Africa. You know what I'm saying? This nigga sitting up here talking about they made law. Who made them? Goddamn it, white people was in control of goddamn near 100% of the goddamn government. So if they pass any law that then goddamn it, his own people did it. That's just like this no good Neanderthal came over here and said he wasn't able to get a job for 1 year, and they act as if black people was responsible for him not getting a job, even though white people own damn near 90% or even higher percent of all the economy in South Africa. So if he didn't get a job, he had to blame that on his own goddamn people because they control the economy. You act like, and so he's saying they made, but he don't say white people. made laws. He said they. Who is the they? You listen to this motherfucker. He never say who the they is. Okay? Don't go. So what, motherfucker? They made the law. They make a whole lot of other goddamn laws too. Shit. So what the fuck? So you who you mad at? When it's time to say white people, you can't get these niggas to say white. They say they. Listen to this nigga.
HR policies around literally keeping essentially called white people the enemy, literally built hiring policies and HR policies around longer that we have essentially called white people the enemy, literally built hiring policies and HR policies around literally
say, but see how he blended that in? He said that we made them the enemy, made HR policy. Who made the HR policy? See, you blended that in real like slick. Your little Negro pen. What the fuck is you trying to run game on us? Did you hear that? But who made the hiring policy? Because it sure wasn't black people. Because if goddamn it, black people was making HR policy, niggas would be that shit. Our unemployment wouldn't be as low as high as it is. You see, and niggas have jobs. We had that kind of power. Niggas had jobs all over the United States. If black people in South Africa was responsible for that Neanderthal that came over here saying he couldn't get a job in over a year, if they would make, why is 8 million people in South Africa unemployed and probably up to 95% of them is black? If they had that kind of power, then why is so many black people unemployed? They would most definitely employ their own people. And if we had that kind of power, God damn it, to write H&R policies and rules and regulations, God damn it, we'd be running every goddamn business and corporation in the United States if we had that kind of power. So when it came for him to say that white people made them policies, you understand what I'm saying? Then you would have to address, why would white people do that to white people? See, don't act like niggas made the laws. White people made them laws. But you slick. That's what a Negro pen bootlicking goddamn what they a lap dog. You understand what I'm saying? You come in, run, you come in with your tail wagging. When the master come home, you already got his house shoes and newspaper. You come running and shit, wagging your tail, looking for a Scooby snack. So you ain't saying nothing about white people, man. Listen to this.
Literally keeping them out of the workforce,
keeping them
and say that they're bad for the color of their skin.
Nah, he's saying that keeping them out of the workforce. So that will almost give you the assumption that the workforce is majority black. It's keeping who out the workforce? If we go and look at the highest paying jobs in the United States, I'm quite sure white people got the majority of them jobs. I'm quite sure they got the majority of them jobs. I'm quite sure the highest paying jobs, damn near I'm quite sure of it. God damn near just all white. So what is he talking about? This nigga is in a state of confusion. He's in a state of confusion. That's real. What you really saying is niggas don't deserve to work unless you give them. You think about, they talking about it's a genocide going on in South Africa where whites own 75%. They still own 75. What kind of genocide is that? Where you can own. When you look over there and niggas was in the slave, you ain't own no. You in the slave pen. You don't own no damn land. You see what I'm saying? When them motherfuckers was over there in Germany and they was in them goddamn camps, they didn't own no motherfucking land. You see what I'm saying? They was in concentration camps. When they came over there and attacked Africa, you didn't have no land, nigga. They took the land. You see what I'm saying? So and you see a colonization, you see imperialism, you see genocide. When they start committing genocide on the motherfucker, they take everything. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got shit. You ain't got nothing. No land, no power, no how in the hell y'all got a genocide going on? And it's damn near 75% of the land owned by white people. and damn near 95% of the economy, businesses is owned by white people. Out of the top 20 richest people in South Africa, 18 of them are white. Make that make sense. So what kind of genocide is going on where you can remain the richest people in the country and own all the land? You see what I'm saying? In spite of the damn government supposedly being black. You see, that shit is a sham. You see, so this nigga right here in the same over here. Where at? The goddamn Congress is all white. Most of the governors is all white. Most of the senators is all white. You see what I'm saying? And blacks is the, it got some of the, you're a mayor here, but they control majority of the politics. They own the majority of the land in the United States. White people own the majority of the land. They own the majority of the top companies. So what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Is you in a nigga? Man, listen here, man. Yeah, something is wrong with this nigga. This nigga is mentally ill.
Then, as a black population acting out in public, loud, being the most violent race, the most put in.
Okay, well, let's talk about when white people came out in 30,000, 40,000 to watch black people get hanged. Matter of fact, we ain't even go. You talking about niggas? All you had to do was go around the United States during the time of goddamn spring break. You want to see degeneracy? You want to see degeneracy? But they don't put that shit out there. That shit like, Santinella, they is not going to tell you the nastiness that go on during that time. You see what I'm saying? So you want to talk about see, they don't put that shit out there like that. You see what I'm saying? They don't talk about all these motherfuckers that they busting, all these don't know what they is, sexuality. They don't know what they is. They in between this, that, all the pedophilia, all the bestiality. They want to act like this shit ain't going on. And so you talking about because somebody loud in public. We talking about y'all motherfuckers out here committing heinous acts on the babies, Catholic Church, the goddamn Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, and all of this shit. You see what I'm saying? Y'all see the shit that y'all talk about black people. Bitch, change the channel. Ain't nobody forcing you to watch us, bitch. Ain't nobody forcing you to watch us. You see what I'm saying? All you had to do is change the channel. You ain't had to, you watch some shit on it, or people. That's how we get down. We was beating the drum before you ever got near us and shit. That's how we get down. Didn't nobody tell. And so what you want us to do, if we ain't, like I said, it remind me of that book, Richard Wright, where he wrote the book called Invisible Man. Unless we silent and we ain't trying to be you anything outside of that, because you see the better, you see us as really being better. That's really what it is. When we make music, so what if they turn the goddamn music? So what if they loud and goddamn public? So goddamn what? You see what I'm saying? But look at the shit that y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all take stories like Carmelo Anthony and y'all stretch that shit for 3 months. You see what I'm saying? All up into the court day. And here it is. This, like I said, I could show you all these goddamn mass murderers and shit. They give them 2-3 days. They don't do black stories like they do white stories. When some white degenerate, and they got way more degenerates than we got. You see what I'm saying? They having mass shootings and shit. This shit been going on now, on the escalated level since Columbine. You see, they started that shit walking up in schools and killing children. They own children is so goddamn sick. You see, and black people ain't been having that type of shit going on in schools. Now it's starting to happen here and there. You see what I'm saying? But for a long while, you didn't hear about black students going up in school. That shit maybe back, when the crack era, but it had calmed down where you wasn't hearing about blacks, going up and just shooting randomly. If a motherfucker got into a beef with somebody, and then, okay, but just to up and out of nowhere, just randomly walk up in schools and shit and just start shooting people you don't even fucking know, just racist and just sick in your head, could be 300 miles away and just come to somebody else's city and go up in a supermarket of people, and I don't excuse, murders and shit, that black people commit, but that's not the argument. The argument is, why is we the fucking poster boys and you want to look at, oh, this is wrong, but you never put white people shit up there. You don't put other races up there, and you do not exploit them the same way you try to exploit us, because you wouldn't have no time to even bring black people up, because the shit that white people were doing is such sadistic shit, and some of the shit we doing is sadistic. And really the shit that we doing is because we done laid, and it don't give an excuse, we done laid up under y'all far too fucking long, and we have not healed and brought the final solution to this shit. We done played ourselves for far too long, saying this might work, that might, and it's not gonna work. The only thing that's gonna work is that we get from up under these motherfuckers. We get what is old, and if we don't get what is old, we still got to move the fuck on. We is like oil and fucking water. We cannot mix. You see what I'm saying? And when we could get somewhere and get ourselves together, you see what I'm saying? We'll be way off in a better position in the future than trying, because we're going to go down with the ship fucking with these people. And a lot of people think that they can make it. You see what I'm saying? They think they're going to be able, you're not going to, it's time. I see people all over the internet. They jumping ship. They not going down with this ship. So that's what the fuck the problem is. And a lot of people know the ship is going down. Instead of looking at the motherfucker who have been exploiting people for the last 400 years and charge them for their crimes, you see, you rather not turn on the exploited, and though they didn't degenerate it down into, something of the lower, and that's not everybody. That's not everybody. So you stretch even the degeneracy. You don't stretch white people, and they got a whole lot of degeneracy. You see, they got a whole lot of goddamn degeneracy that they could stretch out. They ain't gonna put that shit up because it's gonna break the internet. You see what I'm saying? All that goddamn bestiality, all that, man, that shit, wow. All the pedophilia, all that nastiness. Want to, everybody they don't want to procreate and shit. Want to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all is anti-life. That's what the white boy that blew the motherfucking shit up there in California saying. And he's anti-life. You are. I'm glad they saying this shit. Yeah, I'm glad they saying this shit, because they coming out the trick bag. So this motherfucker right here, man, this nigga man, this nigga mind is white as snow.
Jail race is not because of racism, and all of that stems from fatherlessness. That's what it is. And people are tired of it. They're tired of it.
Fatherlessness.
Do you know?
This motherfucker right here, boy. This is and what happened to the fathers? You see? Yeah, now you motherfucker, and see, that's the thing. Brothers got to quit allowing that to be in a goddamn excuse. You see what I'm saying? This is, see, and we must accept some of this. You know what I'm saying? Because we supposed to been step to this shit. That's the reality. That's just the reality of the facts that we should have been. Ain't no, and don't let nobody tell you nothing. Ain't no trying to get them, because it's only gonna be two big dogs. That's just nature. Motherfuckers got all these illusions. It don't work like that. It ain't never worked like that in nature. Ain't gonna be no two big, it's only gonna be one big dog in the yard. That's nature. Okay, ain't gonna be no two big dogs, because they gonna fight it out, nigga, until somebody understand who alpha and who beta. That's just how it go in nature. Ain't never been no way where it's gonna be no goddamn no two alphas. You see what I'm saying? Even if they running side by even if they running side by side, they know who the big dog is. You see what I'm saying? So how in the fuck you think it's gonna be all equal when by nature, masculinity, it battles. You see what I'm saying? To assume supremacy. That's just how it is. That's just how it's gonna be. So one motherfucker gonna be the top. Ain't gonna be no, oh, we all equal. No, it ain't gonna be that. It ain't gonna be that. And so the fact is that niggas have been, pushed into it through, and we can't keep saying, oh yeah, yes, it's oppression, yes, it's genocide, but goddamn it, what do you do about it? You can't keep asking the motherfucker. Once you understand the rules of the game, nigga, you either change the game or you change the goddamn rules, whichever one you gonna do. Change the game or change the motherfucking rules, but don't continue to play the motherfucking game and cry about this shit. You see what I'm saying? And that's our problem. That's why motherfuckers want to talk down, because a lot of these motherfuckers should have been walked on by now. You know what I'm saying? For the disrespect. And we allowing them to disrespect us because we, motherfuckers got all these old fairy tale ass solutions that just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. You see what I'm saying? Ballot, and goddamn it, it used to be, Malcolm X used to say ballot of the bullet. Khalid Abdul Muhammad say bullet of the bullet. Goddamn it, we behind the ballot. Ain't no goddamn no, because you see right here with Donald Trump. Motherfucker, that's it. That's it. That just show you the ballot ain't gonna never quit trying that shit. That's why I was like, fuck any and everything, because it's collapsing. Behind the scenes, they already know it's collapsing. So they taking every industry out here because they so far in the fucking hole that they kicking in doors. This is what they did in Iraq. They kicking in doors on the international level. They kicking in doors. Cartel kick they dough in. Bitch, where the paper? You see, where the paper? Kick any type of country that they need, kicking in the dough. Panama, kick the dough in. We taking this shit. We need it. They're gonna go to Iceland. Believe that. They taking that shit. So it's kick dough. It's kick dough time, because what? The game that they've been playing is up. They need a new game. They got to put boots on the ground. They got to retake. Motherfuckers then got courageous and shit. They want to be independent. Too many motherfuckers want to be independent today. They want to do their own. So now they got to kick in some dough and retake a lot of these industries, these global industries that they need to keep control on this planet. They ain't thinking nothing about your black ass. They ain't thinking about nobody but they motherfucking self. So anybody that think that they got any long-term future in the United States or under white supremacy, any type of anything other than black supremacy, you is in a fucking state of illusion. That's just all it is. And these niggas they detached from any black divinity. If I roll the dice on any one of these niggas, and we're gonna have a motherfucking part two to this, I guarantee that any one of these niggas that speak against our people like that, I can guarantee you, I guarantee you, 10 times out of 10, they got a white Jesus. They believe in white Jesus. I guarantee you. I believe it don't even got to be Jesus. I bet you a dime to a fucking donut that they God is a white God. You see what I'm saying? So I already know how this shit go. He talking about the absence of black fathers, and I can look at you motherfuckers and say the absence of any type of a black divinity. You see what I'm saying? Because even if you got your divinity and you understand the situation that your peoples is in, you're gonna speak direct. You're gonna hold motherfuckers to accountability, but you got to have some fucking compassion on your people in order for you to have any possibility of rise. If you talk just totally degenerate, they degenerate just like you niggas, then we'll be sounding like these whole ass niggas up here on this goddamn, that I got, compile these videos of people that's speaking down on our people. If you're gonna speak down, that's one thing. Yeah, we got to hold ourselves accountable. But we have peoples out here that are doing some great things. If we could show that we got people that are doing great things, then the kids can see something outside of what's being projected on this motherfucking TV, on this internet every goddamn day. You do not do that. Motherfuckers join in with the rest of the motherfuckers talking shit. Everybody just talking shit about black. Everybody, white people, the Hispanic people, Asian people, any guy, alien motherfuckers talking about niggas. You see motherfuckers up on Mars talking about nigga. Any nigga, everybody talking about black people. So if kids go, and then the music, and they don't talk about, you want to talk about industry and holding motherfuckers accountable. Yeah, niggas is rapping some dumb shit. Who's signing them niggas? Who's the record producer? You don't go up there and rap what the fuck you want to rap. You rap what the motherfucking industry tell you to rap. That I seen, and we done went over this shit time and time again. They had Lion Cohen. Oh, he controls Def Jam. He say, motherfucker, you make what I tell you to make, or you get your ass up off of Def Jam. They're just simple as that. So they know that, and they ask him, why do you promote this gangster shit like that? He said, I gotta feed my family. This is what sells. This is what sells. So he ain't worried about Black Death. So if you gonna hold if you're gonna hold the rappers, and you should hold them niggas accountable for the shit that you hold everybody associated with the situation, you hold everybody accountable the same. That includes the fucking white label owners, everybody, the fucking executives. You hold everybody associated with promoting that song. You hold the goddamn radio station. A majority of the radio stations is owned by goddamn white people. All I hear is and these white people want to come up here and act like they so goody two shoot. They tired of this. Well, bitch, talk to Lion Cohen. Talk to all these motherfuckers. What's his name that is in control of Sony Music? What is his name? Lucian Grange. You see, let's talk to what's that other motherfucker that was fucking with Diddy? What's his name? That was fucking with, why ain't nobody who are controlling the music industry? They sign who the fuck they want to sign, and they tell them what kind of product they want, and them niggas rap it. But when they call out the black rappers, they do not call out these white executives who promote it, who put money behind it, who put these degenerate ass videos. Yes, the niggas is making the degenerate. Who producing that shit? Who putting the videos out there? But they never put their people out there like that. You see what I'm saying? Because they people not gonna have that shit. They not gonna have them motherfuckers putting all that dumb shit out on them. Like, even though they don't have them putting out there that bestiality, they don't make a whole, they take they take their shitty draws and they go hide them motherfuckers where people can't see them. You see, but they don't put out music to destroy their race, but they intentionally put out music. And so I never hear them say anything about these white music executives that are promoting, putting music, money, millions of dollars behind these artists, millions of dollars behind these degenerate videos, putting millions of dollars behind all these radios that play this shit. I mean, the shit that they say on the radio today, I can't even believe it. Even back in our day, they would at least put a swipe in, or they would just, they'll put a blank spot there. You will hear the beat, but you won't hear no words or nothing. Today, you hear bitch, ho, right on the radio. I say, damn, they doing it like that. I done been off of radio so long to where, goddamn, when I heard, I say, damn, they saying bitch and ho on the radio. I say, goddamn. So I mean, you riding down the who's responsible for that decision? Was it black people responsible for that decision, or the white people that own them goddamn them radio stations? So this is a bunch of bullshit, man. This is a bunch of bullshit. This is a bunch of goddamn bullshit. Yeah. This is a bunch of bullshit.
You know who is the most tired of the fatherlessness fatigue or black fatigue? Black people. No one's more tired of it than black people. Because I think most people are prejudiced against because of what the general population is putting out. And if the general population of the black community, of what people see is us acting ratchet, with just kids acting crazy in public everywhere, then guess what the black people who don't do that feel like? Great, you're making my life harder. Black fatigue is fatherlessness fatigue, and no one hates it more than the black community. But you can't get mad at white people going, look at this. Every time something bad happens with a large amount of black people, when white people go, would you look at that? I don't think they're being racist. I think they're going, the hell. I'm tired of this. I'm over this. And they should be. We all should be. Let's do better.
Nigga, if you don't get your punk ass up off of this, up off the internet with your weak ass, you weak. He weak. Yeah, they weak. You see, it was a time when we had, but they destroyed that movement. They don't talk about the time when rap was conscious. That was the greatest. That was the greatest time of hip hop. They don't talk about it. They moved right on in and brought in the gangster shit. Yeah, this nigga, man, listen here. Let's do better. He sounds like, motherfucker, where is you from, motherfucker? You from Wilmington, motherfucker. Where the fuck is you from? Yeah, nigga, you whack, nigga. You whack. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he don't count. But this is what they love to put shit like this up here. Yeah, they love to put shit like this up here. But family, we had a strong night tonight. We got to stay on these motherfuckers. We got the we got the agenda. We got to work. Yeah, we do got to work. We are degenerating, and I'm gonna tell you this now, and I'm gonna get up off of here. The reason why our people is degenerating is because our teachers and our leaders have already given us the blueprint. And when you look at it, we didn't attempted to do everything other than that. We ain't really never, a few times we have, collectively tried to do something like, stop going to white people's businesses in Arab. We ain't never tried to do it. We ain't never tried to do nothing like that. We have not really collectively tried to work Black power for our benefit. We have never done that. And that's why we are in the predicament that we are in. You see, and it's the only thing that could save us. Black power is the only thing that could save us. Nothing else. Nothing else could save us. And I'm going to just tell you that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. And nothing else can. So until you come to realize that, you are going to fail and continue to fail. But when you endorse Black power, you endorse Black divinity, because you got to see yourself divine. And when you understand, you set standards for yourself that once you understand you see yourself as divine, you ain't gonna stoop to no level beneath your divinity. That's gonna set standards. That's gonna, you can't put nothing before Black divinity. Black divinity is the source of Black power. You see what I'm saying? That's what's gonna cause you to rise your standards. You gonna know your place in the universe. And that's where we lost, because we don't understand our place. We still look at ourselves as being a citizen of this nation, which is man created, you know what I'm saying, rules, man created, games, systems, systems and games that we attach ourselves to. And we only see, succeeding within the game and within the frame of reference that have been designed for us. We never see ourselves in our own habitat, our own, place of divinity, where we was placed on this planet by the cosmos to be, a particular thing, nothing else but that particular thing. And we've lived out of our divinity. We've lived out of our responsibility to the cosmos. We lived outside of that. We've never lived inside of it. And until we come to understand, they don't have a place. So it's easy for them to live outside. They don't have a place in that frame of reference of Black divinity. They've been left out. So what they do is they create a synthetic world that they control, a matrix, just like what they talk about what's that motherfucker they call in Gnosticism that created that world? What is his name? What is that deity? It's slipping my mind. But he created this world and shit. So, and we live inside. No, it's the God of Gnosticism. The demiurge. That's right. the demiurge. And so that's where we is. We in the illusion that, you understand, that, he's in control, and we don't see us. That's right, the demiurge. That's what he is. That's what we living in. We living in a goddamn matrix. We got to come out of that shit. We got to see that we are the divine caretakers. We were assigned that position by the cosmos. You see, and so until we come out, and when we get back to our Black divinity, then and only then will we see the necessary standards of excellence that we supposed to live up to. And when we do that, we still got semblance. Some of us know. You understand? Some of us is living it out too. You see what I'm saying? But we got to do this as a collective. We got to do this as a majority, and that's what they scared of. I appreciate y'all, family. We'll get Black here tomorrow. We're gonna pick up where we left off tomorrow. We're gonna turn the pressure up on these Neanderthals. We're gonna turn the pressure up on these Negropeans too. And so hit that subscribe button, family. Get on over there to Patreon. Click that link right there, pinned at the top of the chat. Get over to the other page, Sarasun Seti, General Seti. Subscribe, like the video, so our family can get this information, that they can have, options and what to listen to on YouTube. Make sure you give a variety of people and they really need to hear the general, most definitely, in all these motherfuckers that's out here talking, because nobody's talking about Black divinity. Even if they talking about Black God, even if they talking about motherfucking Black God and Black divinity, two different things. And so let's get back to it, family. All right, family. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Black Power.